Hello again. I'm back with another commentary video. Today this video is about the Roblox stalker that can especially irritate you from his behavior. And you may have never seen that guy before, but you'll get to know everything about him at the end. Oh yeah, I deeply apologize for not uploading any video ever since the beginning of April. I was just heavily busy besides making videos. Plus, I ran out of ideas. But hey, at least I'm back anyway. So let's quit talking and begin the commentary. So, Pexej is not only identified as a stalker, but also a minor harasser, and is as well considered as the strangest stalker I've ever seen. And I can explain why he's a terrible guy. He was friends with one of my friends known as Rachel108, or just simply Rachel, or Blueberry as it's the nickname I mostly call her that. So, at first he was nice and all, however, he started to ask her to send nudes and real-life pictures of her. And keep in mind that conversation was on Roblox, so that's a huge red card. Later then after he got blocked by her, he started making alt accounts to gain a communication with her, but his plans were backfired and overall did not work, and worst of all, he constantly harasses her after a long time of being unfriended. Now that I talked about how this went from them, it's time for me to talk about his past and present actions, as well as tons of evidences that he's a type of person like that. In January 29, 2021, Blueberry and Pexej were friends when playing Spectre, and that was their first time meeting each other. At first, he was a normal person, until it was that time he asked her to post pictures of her real-life face, and also her body, which may be possible that it's pedophilia if that stalker is not 14 years old. Like dude, this is too fucking early to evolve a relationship into a higher tier something. This also shows that Pexej is a pervert, but if it is so, just use Tinder and stop this shitty things going on. But instead, he decides to tell her to show her body, making him an absolute retard. Now let's move on to February 6, 2021. The day Blueberry unfriended him. In February 6, 2021, it was the day when Pexej added Blueberry into the Discord by the server of Lady Stella, and yes, Lady Stella is her Discord nickname, so don't even ask about the server's name. If you want to know how all of this happened, Pexej is trying to find a way to make her less depressed, but everything he did to her, however, became the opposite. The progress did not work in any way. However, by the time, Blueberry had stopped responding by the time, after he had returned. He typed 2 new messages, and yet she is not responding to him. She also went offline on Roblox, so she can avoid him. And speaking of Roblox, he typed 2 new messages while there are 0 responses whatsoever. The fact she temporarily changed her settings in Roblox and Discord, in order to prevent any communication between her and Pexej. However, it wasn't okay at all, as he still somewhat chats with her. As Blueberry was offline, he sent 3 more messages, and even pinged her. But funny that he's gonna accept his fate and move on at first, but then removed the 3rd message and sent 2 new messages. Not to mention he somehow found out that she's offline but she's still online, and therefore, the plan of preventing the communication isn't going well. However, she left the Roblox group that involves him, blocked him on Discord, and finally left the Lady Stella server, and just worked out well. Here's an extra screenshot him talking on there in Roblox chat group before left the group. Dude, some people who are being silent do not know what to do in this situation, so they had to stealth themselves on something they're dealing with, and I understand that. Another extra screenshot shows that she distracted Pexej by sending a Valentine's Day picture, and then posted a distraction video, and with that, she has successfully blocked him while he's offline. And then, this is when Pexej started making elts and sock puppets in order to get her back, in which some of them are ridiculously dumb and irrelevant. He started creating elts and sock puppets and came up with a first account named Roblox H464. His second account or his first sock puppet is named Rachel109, which is an imposter of Blueberry's Roblox account, and then sends friend requests for her, but Blueberry has already blocked them. The third alt is created with a name called Rach Come Back to Me. Just imagine making a Roblox account with something irrelevant like this. Like, isn't that way more stupid? Blueberry also blocked that third alt account. Now is not the time to reveal his entire alt accounts, but to see his behavior after Blueberry unfriended him. I'll also respond to what is he talking about, so let's get into that topic. What? Blocked again? I give up. Then why are you keep doing this? You should have known that stalking is not a very okay thing to do, so you could leave her alone, but no, you keep being a retard by keep making more alts and sock puppets to get her back. Thanks for being my friend again. Are you serious now? You realize that Blueberry already blocked your alts, so it doesn't even mean she became your friend again. Oh, and I would like to remind you that Pizza Bakoi is not an alt nor a sock puppet account of Pexej 35608, but he is still a friend of him, which he got blocked for no actual reason whatsoever. It also caused a total confusion, but he got unblocked to avoid getting attention and consequences he'll get, but that's already caught. Rochelle108 blocked me because I called her beautiful and she thought of WAS and true. I created this account to be noticed by her. You're literally gonna give me headache. Well, just know that Roblox doesn't even allow online dating. You just want to see her real identity, do you? By the way, what the actual hell do you mean that I created this account to be noticed by her? She's not gonna notice you for your own stupid actions anyway. And also, not everyone can get complimented by such nice words. In February 7, 2021, nothing happened, except by changing his bio, saying something like an imposter, not an imposter. Your both alt account and bio are so sussy anyway. Moving on to February 8, 2021, which is 2 days after he got unfriended. As it was already known, he used more of his alts to attempt to friend request Blueberry, but as always, his plan got entirely backfired. Here's the list of his main account along with his alts. However, if we move a little deeper, we can see that Pexej is saying time not spent with you is time wasted. Obviously, you're the only guy that you're wasting your very own time just to get Blueberry back, and it's not her time that is wasted. Maybe people that loves each other will make the world a better place, but you're just a sin. And if you're stalking, is it gonna change the world too? No, not at all. Come on Rochelle108, be my friend again, I won't ask for pictures. Even if you told her that you won't ask her for her real-life picture, it's still too late to get her back. Also, it's kind of funny that when you wanted to evolve the relationship, you asked her for pictures, and then you no longer don't? How pathetic. But wait a minute, what about the About page thing? Unblock all of my accounts you've blocked, let's play Spectre. But you drilled your own brain so you create sock puppets just to get her back, shaking my head. And stop telling her to unblock your stupid ass sock puppets, they're just weak rebellion alts. Why do you copy and paste jokes you found on internet now? I have no words on this, but as of the About page saying you're a persistent friend of Blueberry, she already unfriended you. Your irritation is gonna kill my brain cells faster than answering a math question. Now on to February 9, 2021, 3 days after he got unfriended. We're going very deep to his actions towards Blueberry, and that he bookmarked her. Yep, still doesn't give up as usual. So now let's see what's very new about it. I have Rochelle108 bookmarked. First off, bookmarking a page where you can find a job or a game or for other good reasons to find a way to not copy someone's work or for other studying purposes? That one is okay to me, but bookmarking a page about a user is just not allowed. I mean, do you seriously still continue being a retard and keep stalking her? You really need to search for a therapist. Also, I will not repeat this, but you're not a fucking persistent friend of Blueberry, shaking my head. Yep, just waiting for you to add me back and say hello. You're gonna waste your time on waiting for her to friend you back anyway, which won't and will never happen for what you did. Just what were you doing with your life other than stalking to a girl? Actually, who knows if you have a life or not, I do not even care about your own life anyway. I must persevere. Keep trying, and it cannot work. I have never blocked anyone in my entire life. I can talk to anybody, yet Rochelle108 is harder to talk to than even my special friend needs friend Beckalove20, or whatever the hell that user is. Listen, nobody gives a damn fuck if you ever blocked anyone or not. Also, it's not just she's harder to talk to you nor anyone else, but you know your stalking technique makes all of this even more retarded. In February 10, 2021, it's the day when Pexej did nothing to her, while it has been 4 days of being unfriended by Blueberry. But not only that, but he continued doing nothing until 13 February 2021, which has been 7 days or a week when he got unfriended by Blueberry. Then he continues finding a way to get her back in February 14, 2021. That guy really doesn't give up at all, does he? Let's see what's new to his sock puppets. I know you haven't been good to me. Do I have to repeat this thing over and over again until you got more brain cells? She already doesn't like you, not even in any way you could change her. I can help you in Asylum Inspector, oh please, even if you're gonna let her get something just to get her back, there's still no hope for you, you pathetic loner with not even receiving a life. From 16th to 20th February 2021, he did nothing, again. He did nothing in 16th to 21st February 2021, like literally. But in 22nd February 2021, he still continues doing bullshit and all, with his new sock puppet account. Yep, same number, same thing. Whatever emoji he puts will be blocked again, but I gotta keep trying. This is ironic how he made a sobbing emoji, begging for her to send messages to him. Wow, what a fucking attention seeker of him. Not a good idea to care about someone who doesn't care about you. Well, she doesn't even care about you at all, yet you still want her back by wasting your ass off just to get her back, but in the end, there were none. Please send messages. I told you before, didn't I? When are you gonna quit being a retard? Rochelle108, I need you. Well, it's too late for now. I cannot repeat this over and over again just to help you get more brain cells. In addition, he made another sock puppet account, which is called Stop Blocking Mo108, and that is extremely irrelevant username whatso-fucking-ever. Your username of letters do not make any sense, and so does your own numbers. Even if you tell her to stop blocking you, she can still block you, or do other things to prevent you from doing anything. And as of his about page, it says it's been more than 2 weeks since you blocked me, send me a message and tell me why you did it. Do I look like a dumb retard to you? You didn't even realize that you've been stalking her the whole time, you delusional bruh. Oh, and if you're stupid enough to know why she did it, those are all the reasons why she did it to block you. Just deal with it, you deluded whale who's simping a minor girl who's really ignoring you a lot that you can't even realize your own mistakes at all. If you cannot see what's wrong with you, then it's your problem, not mine, not her, and not anyone's problem, so once again, deal with it, retarded moron. In 25th February and 26th February 2021, once again, he did nothing, but I know he is still gonna keep going. On February 27, 2021, which had been 3 weeks since he got unfriended by Blueberry, he changed an about page twice already, with 2 questions, then adding 2 more. This moron never learns from his mistakes, does he? Let's just go deep and see what did he say about her. Why played Spectre with me and pretended like nothing happened? Why did you block me in the first place? I'm not going to say that a lot, so just take a goddamn look at those list of reasons why you did it. Back to the about page, when we were online buddies, why did you like gossip about people whom you know but have never met in my entire life? Why do you think someone must be lying when they call you beautiful? Speak up. First of all, you know that already. Second of all, not to be rude or anything, some real identities might be the opposite of beauty, but that doesn't mean we'll make fun of it or anything, and yet you still don't realize you've been stalking her? Just like I knew, you were nothing more than a deluded whale. And the fact that just because calling her beautiful doesn't mean that she appreciated your compliment or something. What is the point of even blocking me again and again? At least my goal is to establish a way to communicate with you. What is your goal? When you meet me in a game, you still act like nothing happened between us. Stop running away and face me. Look, she doesn't care about you anymore, so can you just shut the fuck up and stop wasting your extended capacity of time that makes you nothing but a retard? In other words, you tell her to face you and she doesn't do so, calling her a coward, and yet you're also a coward because you're afraid of facing people she knows. Well, you can only block 50 users, keep running away like an idiot, eventually, you'll run in a circle. Well, you know what makes you a retard? You're slowly starting to show your true feeling at her. You think that you like her, but with that heart you own, it's the opposite. Besides, she doesn't even like you back then anyway, thanks to your stalking technique at a minor, and remember that all of this isn't her responsibility, or even me, all of this are your responsibility. His sock puppet account has changed in about page again, so it's time to see what this moron has more to say about this. Block yourself, there will be more to come. Give up and answer my questions. What is wrong with you? Actually, this question also relates to you, dumbface. You have so many issues that I cannot even count. I will not say about the list again, so look it up earlier, you retard, and you will see what's seriously wrong with you and with your stupid face. Now moving on to February 28, 2021. Okay, I'm not going to read this a lot, so I'll just skip it into my response. How about you stop being such a total bullshit who makes up terrible excuses for her? Besides, how many goddamn fucking times do I have to tell you she does not care about you anymore? It's clear that you have done so many stupid things from 6th February to the end of that month. How sus are you? You're very sus that you wanted to get ejected from the spaceship after the first emergency meeting. By the way, you can keep wasting your time, that way you'll regret sitting on your chair, waiting for her to respond, while it's never gonna work. Also, I don't think that's how autism works. All Rochelle-108 does is copying and pasting things that she found on the internet to make up for her lack of a personality. Not the most interesting person I have ever met on here, but I still like her anyways, just like people in general. First of all, how the fuck did she copy and paste things that she found on the internet? Well, of course, you're just more than sus. Also, she literally copied jokes and other stuff, but not for her lack of a personality or whatever the fuck you're trying to imply to. Also, not the most interesting person I have ever met on here, but I still like her? That doesn't even make sense. I know you're hiding your true colors, I know it, I ain't stupid enough. Love for humanity, love for Rochelle-108. Bruh, you just changed the about page into something positive to pretend like nothing happened, but it's too late because you'll know how many times you've showed your true colors, whether you believe it or not, and that also shows how simp you are. Do you even still stalk her? If so, then you're a fucking hypocrite. From March 4 to March 7, 2021, he did nothing along with his alts, but I know he's not gonna give up. But now, let's move on to March 8, 2021. Love for humanity, love for Rochelle-108. Why copy and paste text you found on the internet? Be original. Well, nobody would care about what you said anyway. Also, she literally put most quotes from jokes, character quotes, and song quotes. Also, be original. Making alts makes you so unoriginal, so are your stalking technique. I see a human being with thoughts and feelings of her own who deserves to be loved. And I see a stalker with dark colors and fake masks he uses who deserves to be kicked in the ass in the fucking window. Yet you still think nothing happened, but then you forgot that you showed your true colors. From March 9 to March 16, he did nothing at all, like how it usually happens to him. But in March 17, 2021, he accepted his fate by unfriending his own imposter named Rochelle-109. However, that's not all just yet. There's more of chaos to show you. Well, I am interested to see what's going on. He has trouble with finding the document about the situation between him and Rochelle-108, so if he wants to get back to her, he will have to go through us first before that, and this is the only way, so let's just get over and start up with the meeting, which is happening during his evening. Please as well know that all of this meeting will become fished, so there won't be an escape. I have sent the friend request to him, like bruh, how he accepted it so quickly. I am very surprised how did that happen, but let's just move on with the meeting, which is serious. At first, I have managed to verify him, and this is at least the first step. Which the next step was to make him explain why he's doing it for his own selfish needs. He doesn't want to talk to people who are not her, and he tells her to deal with that situation herself. Wow, are you stupid? You know that she's traumatized and you will have to deal with other people she knows. Your sock puppet accounts are nothing other than being such total jokes and toys, while I am being fully serious. Not to mention that he thinks I was being overprotective of her. Sure, maybe being overprotective can be good at some occasions, but sometimes it can get annoying. And excuse me, you're the person who dragged her into this. All you just do by yourself is following her as if you're a ghost lurking on her, for every fucking game she joins. And that means she doesn't have the time to chat with you, and if that is the case, why do you have to waste your entire precious time over her? Can't you just mind your own business somewhere else? Oh, and now he has seen saying the N-word. Wow, what a total racist jerk. And no matter what are you going to talk about, none of us would care about your nonsense over some gangs, since people do not even care or support them. Actually, you're asking a stupid question like, are you a bot? That was literally the stupidest question you have ever asked about that. You must be retarded to ask us. Also, how funny to know that I don't talk like a human being, and yet you treated your own former friend like an animal, and you don't talk like it yourself. Keep being a goddamn hypocrite who's not going to get away at all. He only did it in Discord though, not in Roblox or anything. Also, love-hate relationship you meant to be in? That's more like hate-hate, because you are already showing your true colors about her several times, you idiot. There are two ways we can only talk about it. The easy way is that you tell me everything about why you're doing this, we solve that peacefully and you won't get much in trouble, while your chance of coming back with her will be possible. The hard way is that you refuse to cooperate with me, and I will show this video to see everything what you have done in the past, and everything what you did. Everyone who would watch the document will find out about what you did. I know that I have realized that not everyone is going to be on our side, but I'm pretty aware of your stalking technique and your liability that is about her. Keep being harmed from people all you fucking want, but one day you will fucking regret everything for what you have done so far, dumb sussy boy. That's why I don't have an online identity. How can that even make sense if you do not have one? There's things called ID and document, you know. He even said that he doesn't have any social media, yet the current social medias he's using are Roblox and Discord. These stupid ways to keep yourself being harmed isn't going to help you, since you're a vulnerable man without brain cells. And speaking of that, he called Rochelle108 a piece of shit, confirming that it's the other sign that he does not even like her. You're always unaware that you're trying to mentally hurting her, yet you do not even care that she's a minor. Wow, just fucking wow. Although that's not the only insult he brought up though, just wait until you'll see more of his insults against her. Also, it has nothing to do with hurting people, what it has to do is blackmailing anyone who are being total retarded, just like how you act like that to Rochelle108. And besides, you are only making them mad yourself, not us. You can go ahead and try to switch your account into a sock puppet, but if you keep talking shit about Rochelle108, you'll just make yourself vulnerable. And the problem is that you talk about her non-stop and couldn't forget about her, so I'm sure your plans on your accounts will be overall failure. I've responded with, oh, so you'd rather want a way that you cannot cooperate with me and have consequences, right? But then he responded back that he'll choose the easy way. Well, at first it was going well, until he continues to act suspicious and wanted to change his answer to hard. While I was away and forgot to remind him that I'll be back, This is where things becoming even more suspicious. And even though I wasn't supposed to not remind him, his impatience made him being a narcissist. Heck, he even said fuck Rochelle 108, which is yet another sign of his true colors on her. Good job, you narcissist retard, you're evolving yourself from a cupid to an actual demon with hatred. I still liked her anyways because she's a human being with thoughts and feelings who deserve to be loved, right? I swear to fucking God, if you keep saying that you like her while you insult her one more time, I'm gonna make sure that you'll hate her. Every time you insult her, you said that you still like her, yet that makes no sense at all. But from my response on your stupid ass question, I doubt even your sympathy can believe that. I have a good heart, well Rochelle 108 has a rotten heart. More like you have a heart covered with thorns. There's many things wrong with you and yet you still can't admit it. I'm gonna skip some of his nonsense to where he said that he has never blocked anybody, which again, I don't care about that excuse, not even any single person would care. I was then back from being away, then I saw he called me 2 times, but I don't think I should even call him back because calling anyone you don't know is just nothing but malicious. Back to where I was though, he refused to participate the game and said it's even the worst possible outcome he could ever get. If he at least left Blueberry alone and minded his own business somewhere else away, the game wouldn't ask him to participate, but instead, he prefers to play with the game called the stalking game, mixed with his brain cells that can give anyone a headache. Narcissist retard Pexej, if you were sure to choose the easy way, it would have been resolved and you get to be with Blueberry again if possible, but as long as you don't act malicious, but no, you're being dumb enough to become really vulnerable, and eventually forcing this video to get launched. Once again, back to where I was, he said that it's my fault for not even having a burden of responsibility, which irritates me a lot, while the guy is more than to blame since stalking is his first step to get dumb. Besides, it's not just that I'm a coward, but rather tired of talking shit with him. Also, for the last fucking time, all of this is his responsibility, not anyone else that were involved. I've never seen such a type of stalker who would throw a brain in the trash can. I've finally sent the last message before I've ended my conversation on him. But you know what happened next? Well, he tried to delete all of his messages, but the screenshots I've took already revealed his messages, so there's no longer a passenger to the escape route. And with that, that ends my conversation on him, so meanwhile we'll move on to his malicious intent from his sock puppets. Except that he made a new sock puppet account resembling my Discord nickname Torceldaspico, with the same numbers from Blueberry's Roblox name saying something like just talk to me yourself. Well, how about you talk to yourself? How funny that he made a sock puppet out of me which has nothing to do with me. Nice try on making up some nonsense, Pexej, but that still won't help you from everything you're seeing. And now, let's move on to March 23rd to March 26th. Make me famous, love your fellow human being, have some compassion. Already pretending to be a nice guy? Well, you can be famous, but famous of people rotting on you. Everyone may have compassion, but you yet have none. All you're just having is a fake mask that smiles, but your real face doesn't smile. Going back to the shitty sock puppet account that resembles me, there's a slight change on the about page, saying just talk to me yourself. It was lame that you dragged your friends into this. Care to explain how lame was it for the others to get involved? Well, I doubt you can even explain because you're a man with no evidence, or more than that, a so-called Mr. Guy knows everything. And also, you're the one who made us getting dragged into this shit, only to give everyone a headache from every single axe you're making, and you're also causing them to get underestimated by you. Dude, just please quit Roblox and go somewhere else that can make you pretend like nothing happened ever since the start of your malicious intents, but I know you won't even do as I say. Back to his main account, there's also a slight change to his about page, saying something like make me famous, love your human fellow being, have some compassion, you better have compassion or else. Or else what, huh? Or else what, you're gonna teach us what is compassion by your own way? LMAO, now that sounds like forcing people to have compassion. It's also funny that you're trying to be friendly, but then the words that striked into your heart made you go too hard on them. Just drop your acts, like seriously, drop them. You're gonna continue being more vulnerable, and in a millisecond, even if you avoid any evidence getting phished, you'll just know that it's faster for the evidences on you to get phished than how you blink. Later then, he removed the fourth line to avoid getting caught, but with the previous screenshot I've showed, it already failed, and will always fail. You can go ahead and keep changing your about page, but all of them are already phished, to show how sadistic you are. Another line was removed, but it's still yet pretty irrelevant for that. Oh yeah, and I forgot he hasn't done anything on March 25th. Alright, now we'll dig down even deeper on March 27th to April 2nd. Man, can't wait to see more of his stupidity, so here goes nothing. A new alt account was made, with the same fucking numbers I've seen. Let's see what is he saying. No, seriously, why did you rage ignore me and blocked me out of nowhere? You were cozying up to me just before that happened. What is going on? What is going on, you say? Let's just say you've continued to annoy Blueberry and that has made her getting immature towards you. But in order to not make up any jokes on that topic, I know her immaturity wasn't necessary, but your continuous actions towards her made it more unnecessary. All you keep doing is making more alts and stupid sock puppets that do not come up with any specific people. Besides, can't you just see the reasons why she blocked you? Ugh, fuck the cause of headache from staring at the screen too long. His irritation now causes a worse headache. Okay, now time to go back to his main account for some new shitty sentences he came up with on his about page. I am not here to be served, but to serve, and to give my life for those who need me. Well, you only got served for what you're going to see the next time you're making up more terrible excuses. Why even trying to serve Blueberry to change her life if you're here to serve? Well, if I were to serve, I would serve you to shut the fuck up and mind your business somewhere else. Anyways, on April 1, 2021, another alt account, or should I say, another sock puppet account was made, yet with the same numbers as you already know. Let's check his about page to see what he— holy shit, that's a long sentence. I'm going to say all of it. I'm definitely not going to read this long sentence, so I'll just stick with my own response to this while being pretty serious. Well, it's obvious that you made multiple outs just in order to gain communication with her, and yet you tell her that you were barfed on the fact she created her own alt account in order to communicate with you? That's honestly hypocrite. You should have looked up to the Google document link to see the document about you, and that's about your own intents over Blueberry, but looks like she has caused you to mainly focus on her, and not just other stuff you're doing. The document was created to expose you and yet you say it's weird and unintelligent. Those words describes you too anyway. The threat Blueberry made was just to justify against you, but you've came up with such multiple threats that are rather more like traumatizing her, so that's also the second sign of being a hypocrite. And the reason why we're making you suffer is because of your continuous malicious intents and being obsessive over Blueberry, while she doesn't even trust strangers, and it's also because you never even wanted to drop it and do something else other than trying to hook her up, meaning that you do not care that you've been stalking her, and that makes you a total retarded narcissist. How funny that you think she's being a hypocrite, but like, isn't that ironic? You were trying to get her back, and that's just your own problem. By the way, the question "what have you learned about yourself from your experience with me" also relates to you, and to come up with that answer, you've just learned nothing but being a huge hypocrite and narcissist too, especially when you were also being an annoying liar. You're asking her that she should think twice before performing another move, but aside to that, that relates to you, except you never even think twice before doing something irritating. And finally, you've been calling her a coward, which shows your true colors over Blueberry, but of course, you're also being one, for not trying to face me or those who exposed you. That's pretty retarded of you. This is all your fault for coming up with stalking her. Usually the stalkers would be stopped for short, but sometimes some idiotic types like you do not give up on trying to collect a girl. Just please get Tinder if your main goal was finding love, as Roblox never allows dating or finding love as showed in the rules of terms of services. That ends my huge response. Now time to move on to his sock puppets. Oh god, here comes another sock puppet account that is also made to harass her. Well then, let's see what's new to the About page. Look at you, hate being called beautiful so much you changed your disco name to some gibberish symbols. Excuse me, but what the fuck does disco even mean? Oh well, I'll just continue reading. Been making new friends I see. Did you tell them about me like how you used to tell me about some other guys I've never known in my entire life? People should be careful what they share with you, because you like to gossip. Well, look at you, narcissist retard, you're not even realizing that you've been harassing a minor and you still yet continue doing that, which makes you overall vulnerable. My, how embarrassing of you. Were you even going to call her ugly anyways? You should know that not everyone gets complimented by calling them beautiful, dumbass. Oh, and she used a different font on her nickname, not putting some kind of gibberish symbols. Also, new friends aren't actually her new friends you're talking about, they're just some traitors. And what does that question has to do between them and you? Nothing, just some kind of false claims you're doing. No one ever cares if you've never met or seen anyone in your own lifetime, so please shut up. Oh yeah, and where is your evidence that she gossips you? You have one single proof that she did that to you? It's clear that she already ignores you, so you're making yourself really embarrassing. Back to the imposter account Lintnamis001, here's something new about the About page. Love for, wait, I already know this comes from one of his sock puppet accounts. Did you really had to avoid backlash, narcissist retard? It's pathetic that you've harassing her, and then you came up with the same lines as the alt you've made from before. Just stop being a liar and admit that you do not like her at all. Oh yeah, and from April 3rd to April 9th, there were no actions done at all, so that ends the wave 2. Although on April 16, 2021, which is a week after the end of wave 2, 6 followers which came from the sock puppet accounts have been deleted. And with that, let's move on to wave 2.1. I wonder if there are any more stupidity came up by him. So, on April 18, 2021, he changed something on the About page, but this time from his main account. I always thought he'll give up, but at this rate, I don't think he'll ever mind his own business. Anyways though, I'll read what's new about the About page. I'm glad they removed the badges. Now I can spend my time I would have spent on trying to get a badge on something else, since I have less incentive to do it. I don't think anyone would care about the badge removal, as we can still see our badges from our profile anyway. Oh, I forgot, what are you referring something else to? Is it Blueberry? Because I know all you're doing on your free time is wasting your time on something really unimportant like collecting a girl while you're already being ignored. God, you're so foolish enough to irritate anyone. If you're being ignored, then mind your business somewhere else outside Roblox, since it's someone you don't really know, especially if she looks important to you. But when it comes to Blueberry, she already found you unimportant ever since how you behave towards her. Back to his sock puppets like beautiful Rochelle one, that was made before he changed something on the About page from his main account. There's a somewhat harsh sentence coming from his About page, and that obviously is for Blueberry, so let's just read what is he saying. You've gone through the trouble of accessing profile page to block them, so you rage ignored me because I just called you beautiful. Did you expect me to see things the way you want to rather than how I see it? Am I not entitled to my own opinion? What makes you think you can invalidate another person's point of view and put yourself above them? A narcissist like you will never be able to see that. And don't send someone else to talk to me in your place, speak to me yourself. Well, here goes my response that is harsher than his response on Blueberry. Listen here, you stupid retarded narcissist that will never shut the fuck up. Have you ever realized that Blueberry already went through of your own shit since the day she cut off the connections from you? Why did you even had to stalk her and ask her for nudes in the first place then? And the fact that Roblox disallows anything sexual or something related to love made your IQ getting squashed. Roblox may not just be for kids, but the terms of service rules will still remain like that, to keep everyone safe and free. However, you're just nothing but a threat who likes being a rebellion over such rules and yet still never stop harassing. And also, do you have any definition what does rage ignore mean? Because that word does not even have a definition and yet makes you look like a retard who always likes to come up with stupidity. She only ignored you, but you think she rage ignored you, which doesn't even make up any sense whatsoever. And I'm not going to say anything about the topic about compliment, because again, not everyone can get complimented by such nice words, you know. If you got blocked for simply asking anyone to send nudes or even showing their real-life looks, that's just a mistake you made, but you made it horrible by just trying to rebel against her. Wow, what a sussy stalker who got ejected by the crewmates. Thinking that you're not entitled to your own opinion actually answers that you like her, but in some occasions, you come up with insults on her. Go ahead and say it was just an accident or whatever shit you're trying to justify against me, because you already got exposed, thanks to your irresponsible and nonsensical behavior. What makes her think that she can invalidate your point of view? You would just start throwing tomatoes at her if you've seen her real-life look, but I won't be even giving you hints. You call her a narcissist, but that word describes you and you yet act like one anyway. Oh, and why you're tired of being faced by a friend from her, that's just your responsibility for stalking her in the first place. And with that wise decision you made from me, there's now no longer a way to get her for now, so get lost and shut up, because she will never speak to you ever again anyway, and you'll always be ignored, even if you say anything nicer. Just get lost and find other girl than the one you're collecting. You've just already failed your attempt on finding a girl. That finally ends the video about him, although there's some new things about Pexej he did, but if you want to check them out, or if you want to understand even further about that stalker, the Google document link is shown in the description below. And there's also more information about Pexej so that can bring in the extra sauce. And for now, I'll be crediting two people. The first credit goes to my elder friend Matic, who not only provided a big help for me, but also spending his very long time on finishing a document about Pexej. The second credit goes to Rachel, or known as Lynn, but I like to call her Blueberry so don't mind me. Anyways, the credit goes to her for snatching his Discord ID username and sending screenshots. Oh yeah, and Pexej, if you're finally watching this after countless of times on viewing something about you, how are you feeling right now that you've been exposed? Yeah, you better respond, because everyone will see how you were behaving, even though not everyone would be on our side. It's not my problem that I talk to you, it's yours for not even leaving her alone. I wouldn't have uploaded this video if you chose to do the easy way, but I guess I took that as a no for being suspicious. And I guess there are some types of stalkers that are just idiotic compared to most stalkers existing. But yeah, you've made a huge grave mistake, dear Pexej. Now let's see what would happen to you next, whether you regret it or not. Okay, that ends the video right now. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you're interested for more videos. Meanwhile, I'll go get some medications to get rid of my stupid headache, so see ya.